we're live.
Hello.
Quick retcon from last session. I hit stop recording and then realized that Ornessa's ability to change shape isn't inherently magical.
Let's go.
The word magic does not appear in that ability description, so here we go. One thing that will happen then is you would ask her about her magic, or if she can shift.
Yeah.
And she can shift.
Yeah.
And I believe you said you wanted to take her with you if that were the case.
Yes.
Cool. So it would be the three of you heading.
Sweet.
When you have made this decision, Ornessa very quickly sort of, Brae, what should I look like? Should I
what did the guards look like that came to us? Like, are they human, elvish?
Human.
Like, what do we know about this area?
They're human. Think like very traditional medieval.
Okay.
Like kind of like
Yeah.
little bit tarnished plate armor. They're not in like glamorous condition at all.
Can you look like a human?
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe pretend to be like my handmaiden or something?
Oh, that's easy.
Lovely.
As she quickly, I'm just gonna be one moment.
Okay.
Okay, and she runs into your room.
Into my room?
Yes, and you can hear blah, 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 blah. And she comes out dragging like a little case.
What are you doing? Packing some stuff?
Yeah, some stuff.
What stuff?
Kind of and opens it up. It's all three of you, Glimmer, and her dresses from the beauty pageant. Just in case. And she closes it very easily.
Oh, okay. Oh, like our nice dresses.
Like, I know a maid, but
That's fair.
you know. All kind of shoved in. We can use we can't use magic.
No.
We'll find a way to make them nicer when we pull them out.
I'm gonna leave some stuff. Can I is there a loose floorboard or something I could find in my room quickly?
This is it is quite well furnished, so maybe not a loose floorboard. Under your bed, there's probably a little space.
I want to hide some of my magic stuff.
Sure.
Just tuck it up.
Up under the bed, or?
Yeah.
For sure. Is that just spell scrolls and the like?
Yeah, just some random stuff.
Okay. You're able to kind of stash it there.
And then quickly go find Igmaril.
Yeah.
And just quietly, is anyone kind of around her?
You can kind of pull her away.
I have stashed some things in my room. Please do not allow anyone but me access until I get back on the ship, or I guess me or Ornessa, in her succubus form. Make sure it's her.
Of course.
Into the room before I get back, but please check on it frequently to make sure no one's gotten in.
How will I know where to check on it?
Just when you're doing your rounds, just go peek.
Where is it?
My room?
Where in your room?
Well, just don't let people into my room.
To check on it, I should.
Just check on the room and make sure no one's been in there.
I understand, yes.
Maybe put some grease on the doorknob or something. Can't open it, or not grease, but something you would know if they touched it, because
yes,
you're smart.
I will figure something. Relatively. With that, you're able to join the knights, as you did at the end of last session.
Sweet.
You can see the castle looming out of the mist.
Oh, I'll give her a $1 worth.
$1?
Of charcoal powder.
A gold piece worth?
Yeah.
To Igmaril?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give her, dump some into, a little paper or something and fold it up. And, dust a little bit onto the doorknob.
Yes.
So no one, if there's handprints on there, someone's touched it.
I see, yes. That is very smart. But with that, you're able to join the group. They march you down. It's 2 knights and then 2 kind of lesser guard, more kind of half plate armor, more leather showing. As they are riding their horses down, you're kind of marched in the middle. Off to a good start. You can see your humble handmaiden making what looks to be small talk with one of the more ranking knights.
Nice.
Already has a hand kind of like touching the forearm a little bit as she's kind of walking. Sort of, wow, that's such fancy armor. How long does it take to put on and take off? Sort of like, oh, as they're getting up. She kind of just like looks back at you and like shrugs a little bit, kind of smiles. As Glimmer sort of, this is all very imposing. I've not been to a place with such small amounts of magic.
I don't think I have either. It shall be fun. It will be interesting.
I hope so. As the kind of guards are like eyeing you and then eyeing your handmaiden up there.
Yeah.
Curious about your place here, for sure.
I'll be like walking, shoulders back, chin up tall, very suavely, very regally, as I was brought up to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
As you sort of make your way up into the...
But not telling them who I am.
No.
Yeah.
As you make your way up to kind of the... They are city walls, but it's not a very big city. It kind of like goes up the mountain to where this castle is at the top. So the houses only really make like a ring or two around before it's just kind of like a winding path. You're led through the gates. A couple guards kind of curious looks again.
Whenever they look, I'll just give them a like nice like closed mouth, like tight smile and a nod of the head.
Yes. You are led up through these kind of switchbacks up through the kind of village proper. Until you reach kind of a low gate. Beyond it, the town kind of falls away and just this winding path up to the castle. You get right up to the gate. The head guard dismounts. Veers left to what looks to be the village jail. Kind of like boom, boom. Door opens. Yes, there are some trespassers here.
Oh, we won't be going in there.
Kind of turns, and why is that?
I am Brae Torley Valandon of the House Valandon, the Banner House. Banner Valandon, daughter of the goddess of peace, Lyra Torley. I will not be staying the night in a jail.
Kind of like turns to the like jailer who's kind of poking his head out. He's like got the big scar over the eye, kind of like, who's that then? As the knight sort of due to your background, it comes into play here where he's kind of like taking this in. You're
a princess.
You didn't say something sooner.
I wanted to see how you treat those who unfortunately have troubles and find themselves stuck in this anti-magic zone.
You came here. You crashed your ship in our river. I apologize.
We were passing through and all of a sudden it stopped working.
Yes, You will need to stand trial for this. And we will be speaking not to any regional lords or of myself, but to the king and queen directly, if you invoke your titles in such a way. If you'll follow me, I apologize. He kind of like steps around you to the low gate, which opens up, and they're gonna start to like walk up.
Nice.
Should have used honor rolls in this campaign, but he will also not remount his horse. He will help you onto it.
Oh, I will make my way up onto that horse.
He begins to kind of lead you. I'll make a persuasion check here. She cannot roll lower than a 13. Like on the dice, so it doesn't even matter. As Ornessa will be riding in front of the other knight here, like kind of like sitting on the same horse.
Can I kind of like look at him, look at Glimmer, look at another guy on a horse?
Yeah.
And give him like a little bit of a...
yes, of course.
Sorry, that doesn't translate. A little bit of a look.
Yeah. He will kind of like order one of the lesser
Yeah.
kind of guards off their horses. and like will help Glimmer.
It's probably quite the sight, a satyr on a horse.
Oh, probably. It's the
Lots of hooves.
It's the extra set of hooves
Yeah.
will really throw it off. And he will go as if to order the knight off of his horse, and Ornessa will just kind of like stop him. That won't be necessary, as the three of you. As you make your way up to the castle, it's a humble place. It's not very. It's not what you'd call like a grand castle compared to. Like it's smaller probably than the Grand Shade.
How quaint.
How quaint. You make your way up. There are like hitching posts kind of at the top, a little bit of a garden. And as you dismount and are allowed inside, the sort of head knight here, I will have servants prepare chambers for you, and I will inform King Galeron of your presence. You will have an audience with them tomorrow morning, I'm certain.
I'll dismount and give him a little curtsy. I thank you.
Sort of like, very humbled, kind of like bows his head. Of course. He turns and sort of barking orders at two servants, kind of like, rooms, 3 of them. Immediately, please. Turns and kind of heads out. A maid approaches you. She's kind of got like, almost like splotchy kind of hair. There's like streaks of different colors in it. Human, but with kind of mousy features that might speak to like a little bit of elfish heritage somewhere on the tree. Approaches and sort of, I can take your things there. Kind of gesturing to Ornessa's bag. I can, and then show you to your room?
Please.
Oh, yes. And she'll kind of go for Ornessa's bag here. Ornessa kind of like, yeah, okay. And kind of lets her take it. As the 3 of you are shown to your rooms. You've each got separate ones. They're humble but very well furnished. With windows that look out onto the city below and the Grand River beyond. As you're kind of shown to your places here, the maid sort of, I've been informed by Sir Legan that you are free to roam the city, just not to leave, if it please you.
Well, I don't think we can go anywhere with our ship grounded.
Yes, and you're supposed to stand trial, I've been told. Horrible business.
What was your name, my dear?
Oh, Amina.
Amina.
If it please you, might I bring you anything?
What time of day is it?
What did I say last time?
I don't remember. Wasn't it evening?
I want to say it was evening, because it was like the 4th day of travel ending. Yeah, so probably early evening.
Not to bring us anything yet. Maybe some food later on. I'm just curious, is there a temple around here of Lyra or... Lyra, that's about it.
Lyra or nothing else?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's sort of like, yes, we don't have many miracle workers in the city.
Probably due to the fact that there's no magic.
Yes, precisely.
It's quite unfortunate for your wounded and ill.
Oh, yes, but it's a long-standing tradition in our kingdom.
Why?
Magic has brought many hardships to this land.
It's also brought many blessings to other lands.
Oh, not to ours. We keep our anti-magic quite sacred. The source of it, of course, is magical in a sense, but we use it to keep out all ills and plagues that are magical in nature, and our kingdom has been a peaceful place ever since.
Oh, it's wonderful to hear.
Yes, in any case, at the Temple of Lyra, it's by the gates. If you go back the way you came, it's a small building, but you'll find it there. I'm told though, you shouldn't be out after dark.
Why not?
It's just a rumor, but there's apparently a creature in the village, at the city. We're told it might feast on people who are out after dark. None of it's official, of course, and the tales sound awfully magic, but
If
we're
it's
not really
magic,
sure.
how would it function in here?
She sort of like gives a little like humble kind of shrug. I'm not really sure. I mean, it doesn't take a magic thing to eat people, but the way they describe it, stalking about, I don't know.
How do they describe it?
Well, someone said he saw a figure, like with arms and legs and stuff, that was tearing out a piece of someone else. She kind of gestures to her neck. And there have been awful rumors about the lands up north, Whitehorn and all that, of creatures coming south, escaping from something.
From Whitehorn?
Yes.
Oh. Interesting.
Or,
well, thank you.
Oh, yes.
I'll be checking out the temple.
As she goes to kind of turn and leave, there's like a hand kind of on the shoulder. Stepping around as it's Ornessa, sort of, yes, and a bottle of wine, please? And he's sort of, oh, okay. And sort of like hurries off.
Yeah.
As Ornessa sort of like, wow, it's really interesting here.
It is.
Kind of like looking around. I can't charm anyone.
Nor can I.
I can look like, if we want to, I don't know, what's the plan?
Is there like a sitting area in this chamber at all?
Yes, it's a small room, but you probably have two rooms, like a bedroom and then like a small...
a sitting room.
Yeah.
Can I like go and sit down with the girls?
Yeah. Ornessa will go and grab Glimmer, who kind of comes out like, it's a wonderful place here.
It is. Tell me, ladies, what defenses do you have that are non-magical?
Glimmer sort of, I could kick someone with my hooves, or maybe stab someone with my horn, but then if I look up, all the blood will, she kind of like gestures down, it would be hard to see and very unpleasant.
Fair.
Ornessa sort of, well, I can change my body, and I have my claws, and my tail, and her tail kind of, and my wings work.
Oh, wonderful.
So really, it's just my...
Charm.
Yeah.
Apparently there's some creature, you might have heard her talking about it, stalking about, come down from Whitehorn.
Whitehorn?
Yes.
Oh, I was very close to Whitehorn. We were in Whitehorn.
Whitehorn.
Yeah.
I think it's worth maybe a walk down to the temple and hang out a little bit after dark. See if this creature comes stalking about.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Do we want to go now then?
Yes, it looks about dusk. Or like later afternoon.
Yeah, it's getting to like kind of early evening, getting later in the day.
Yeah.
There is a knock at the door as Vanessa quickly back into the maid. Opens the door a little bit. Hi. Pulls the wine bottle in, closes the door. Kind of goes and sits. Glimmer sort of, if there's a fight, do we have weapons or...
Well, I have these, and I'll pull out a couple daggers and a sword.
Ah. Yes, that could be,
Oh, I also have this, and I'll pull out a silvered rapier. With a pink hilt.
A pink... Oh, from the Amber Temple?
Probably.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's with my Amber Temple stuff. I've got my scepter there, the jewelry, silvered rapier, Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites.
Yeah, that's Amber Temple loot for sure.
Crown.
Both Glimmer and Ornessa will kind of like go for the reach for it.
I'll like hold it out.
They both kind of like fighting to kind of get it. I'll roll a dice to see who initiates. It is Glimmer who's able to kind of like takes it from you and kind of like looking at Ornessa like, you have your claws.
Can you use it?
Kind of like, like does a little like shake of it. Like I think so. I could.
Can you use things if you're not proficient? You just don't get the bonus?
You don't get the proficiency bonus. Yeah.
Okay.
I can try. I think I know how to kind of like thrust.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big unicorn horn at the end of the day.
Wonderful.
As she sort of like tucks that into her belt a little bit. And it's sort of, well, I guess we won't need the dresses right away.
Then maybe leave them in here.
Okay. Well, in any case, she kind of like stands up, I'm ready to head out.
Let's go.
As you lead the way out, a few guards kind of like stop for a moment as if to bar your way, and they kind of like clue into who it is and kind of like nervously kind of step aside. As you make your way down.
I'll give them like an as you should look.
Yeah.
As they start to like
Yeah.
make a little bit of a move, be like, You don't know who you're dealing with.
Yes. As you head down, you pass by the jail, you kind of make your way back down the switchback. There is, in fact, a very small temple of Lyra here.
Amazing.
Kind of wedged between two buildings. You can see the symbol of Lyra, that kind of waterfall above it. You entering?
I will enter.
Sure.
I'll put my hood up and then enter.
It is largely empty. There are two figures here. One of them is a very large gentleman, like wide. He lifts.
Not like fat wide.
No, like broad-chested.
Yeah.
Kind of like shoulder-length gray hair that's kind of tied back all messy-like. Little bit of a beard going on. And he's got like what looks to be like a hatchet on his belt. And he's like mumbling like a quiet prayer. There is a priestess here. Looks to be a half-elf. Sort of like praying with him. As you walk in, the prayer kind of breaks off. The older man stands, kind of turns, looks kind of awkwardly to all of you and, excuse me, kind of like walks past you and out. The priestess here sort of, oh, hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to the Church of Lyra. How may I serve you in the name of peace?
Peace and love, peace through war.
You know your
do.
doctrines. Yes, she kind of like, quietly kind of like steps down here. She's got black hair tied in like a neat little bun. Kind of like the priestly robes, kind of all the vestments on.
Yeah.
Symbol of Lyra dangling from her neck. Am I to assume you're a worshipper?
Something like that.
Oh, you'll forgive me, but I haven't seen you around here. Are you passing through?
Something like that.
I see.
We were brought in, didn't know we were in Wellington Air, and our ship got brought down.
Your ship? You're from the Silk Fleet. That's why you know Lyra.
I do. I know her quite well.
Oh, well that's incredible. I've never met her myself.
She's not all that.
Oh. She's kind of like taken aback a little bit. You've shown that you know a lot about her.
Yeah,
but in that,
I'll kind of like tilt my head up from take off the hood.
There's no recognition. She's
Fair.
never seen
fair.
Lyra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of. That said, I would happily serve you in her name. Is there anything I can do? Any assistance I can provide you?
We'd like some information about the town, if you would. To know what we've gotten ourselves into.
Yes, of course. There's no magic allowed for quite a while. I'm not sure how many miles out, but it's a quite she did
quite
just
large.
a circle with her finger. Quite a large radius. The source of that is said to lie deep within this mountain.
Oh.
Though no one really knows where the entrance is. It's said that there's a method there for turning magic on and off, or allowing it or disallowing. But we know it's not a complete severance of magic.
Oh?
Well, yes, and she kind of like pulls out one of the tomes of Lyra, kind of like starts flipping through to the back of the book. Yes, so before Lyra married Anethius, she went on a series of adventures with him and some other companions. And during that time, they discovered red grass, red leaves flipping through. Yes, and that apparently leaves turn red and grass turns red when magic is removed from them. But all the grass here is green.
Oh.
So it clearly isn't affecting all magic.
Interesting.
Just magic of that sort.
Of what sort?
Flipping through again and again, like further back, 3 years back, in game time. Well, the first time, because Lyra passed through here once, very briefly, way back.
Oh, did she?
It might have been, it was when the DM switched over. As Lyra left this group.
Oh, as she left, she would have, okay.
Yes. And apparently it affected her ability to fly over this river. And it affected her friends too, a lot of dead orphans.
Oh my gosh, I was like, it was at the session? Yeah, it was.
But
yes, there was an awful fiasco that went down.
Yes, and we used...
She didn't like to talk about that
No.
time.
It's also where she met the cursed bird.
Dirty bird.
But we use that as a cautionary tale for the children sometimes. Not to cross the river. It's very dangerous. But in any case, surely there must be some magic that works. We're just not sure what.
Does healing magic work?
No, I've never cast a spell in my life. I've just studied Lyra's word.
Can I try and cast Cure Wounds on her?
Yep.
Anything happen?
No. You expend a spell slot.
Yeah, that's fine.
But nothing else.
I wonder why they would bar healing magic.
Yes, it seems they bar a great deal of magic. Whether it's intentional or not, I'm not sure.
And what are these rumors that I heard upon entering town? Some creature stalking the night?
Yes, it's said that there's some man-eater stalking the streets, eating people.
You.
We keep the doors locked. Well, I was about to lock up after Wolf left, but...
Wolf?
Yes, he's a woodcutter. Lives to the south of here, but he's very much part of our fief.
Your what?
Our fief?
Fief?
This province, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought you meant like congregation. I was like, I've never heard that word used for that before.
But he's a very valued member of our community. Ooh. But he's been troubled by that same beast that you've mentioned.
They come after him?
Something like that. He felt himself drawn to it.
Okay.
We're not sure the extent. There's been lots of rumors that it's a were creature of some kind.
That would make sense.
It makes Wolf's name a little
sus.
ill-fitting. But he's been around for a very long time. He's, I believe, in his early 50s now, so... As far as peasant lifespans are concerned, he's doing great.
Doing pretty good.
But no, he's a very trusted member of our group. It's just he's felt a strange draw to certain parts of the city, and I was just praying with him that Lyra would guide him in peace and away from conflict.
If there's no magic here, I doubt she can hear you.
Well, I believe that it's important to have faith in things like this. If anyone can hear us, it must be Lyra.
She'll kind of give a little, like, laugh and, like, not, like, you know, like, turn of her neck of, like...
Yep.
Not uncomfort, but, like...
Yeah. Well, I wish I could provide more. There's been a string of investigations. The city guard has been called in on it. There are rumors that some of the abandoned houses... again, on the southern side of the mountain here, are housing this thing. Though we aren't sure the full extent of anything at the moment.
And how would you get to this wolf's house?
Oh, you would want to exit through the south gate. It's about I believe a 20-minute walk. But I've never been myself, I just hear, he has events and things. He's very friendly, though I don't think he's a bad man at all.
Well, if he's drawn to it, maybe he can help us find it.
Oh, maybe. Why would you... No, why would you be looking for this?
Don't worry about it. Thank you for your time.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure I'll see you again.
Yes.
And your name was?
Rosa Elm Spring.
Lovely to meet you, Rosa. And I'll turn and walk out.
Oh, okay. Exiting? Yeah. You close the door
Rosa?
behind you. Yes, Rosa Elm Spring.
Alright, we head out.
Yes. You're heading for wolves?
Yeah.
Sure. If you travel quickly, you can catch up to him.
Yeah, I want to try and catch up to him.
You catch up to him probably about, 20 feet out of the south gate, as they're, kind of closing it up.
Mm-hmm.
But the guards kind of see you, and
Wolf!
everyone kind of turns. How can I help you?
I had a couple questions for you.
Questions about what?
I'll, get my fingers and, open my mouth and, like teeth.
The creature.
Yeah. You said I'll kind of go out of earshot of the guards. Please hold the gate for a moment.
So, one of them looks like he's about to yell, the finger kind of comes out, and the other one's like, no, that's her, and he's they kind of keep the gate up. As you go out, Wolf kind of standing there, arms folded.
I'll go just kind of out of earshot of the guards.
It's dangerous to ask questions about these things.
Well, have you seen it?
I've not seen it. In dreams, I've seen a creature. Sharp fangs, blood dripping from the chin. I've been sleepwalking
Oh.
in the direction of the village. Sometimes I sort of shudders a little bit. I see the face of my beloved
Oh?
staring at me
And
through the window.
which window?
The window to my house.
Oh, I thought you meant in town.
I know it can't be real and that it must be a dream, but
Is
yet
she not here?
it's been 20 years.
What's her name?
Iva.
Iva.
I know she... It cannot be her, so it must be some trickery, but... We have so much in place to keep these things out. I don't understand. Again, it's dangerous for you to look into things like this. Someone like you...
I can hold my own. Have you tried to find it at all? Stop these sleepwalking, any nightmares that have been plaguing you?
I walk the streets in the early mornings some days. It's safer then, but still there's the cover of dark. Whatever this is, it does not attack in the day.
Would you fancy a hunt tonight?
Make a persuasion check. Doesn't doubt your confidence, but your ability is something that he's like,
29.
29. You really think you're up for this?
I think so. And I'll pat my sword on my hip.
Yeah.
This beast that you've seen in your dreams, is it lupine, human, bear,
It appears human,
bovine?
yes. Well, were-cow?
It's the only lupine, bovine.
Yeah.
Human. Can I describe what the vampire spawn looked like from
Yes.
Knuckle?
You sort of described the skin tone, the fangs,
yeah.
the wild hair, and he's nodding along yes, you've seen these things.
Oh, they're here.
They? What do you know of this?
I've killed one or two.
Are you...
Of course I had magic then.
Sort of lowers his voice. There have been tales of a hunter of creatures like this. Van Richten. And that he travels with a woman? Is that you?
It is not me. I don't know where she ended up. Actually, I have no idea where she ended up. Unfortunately, Van Richten has perished a very unfortunate way by a very dumb man.
You knew him, though.
I had never met him.
Oh.
I don't think I met him.
No.
Yeah, no.
Sort of frowns. Your knowledge of this confuses and slightly distresses me, but I will go with you if you will allow me some time to grab my axe. This thing, and he kind of pats his hip, won't be enough.
We'll wait here for you.
Kind of nods. Heads off.
Do you have holy water by chance?
Holy water.
Yes.
Sort of shrugs. There's nothing holy about this.
Do you have wooden stakes?
Yes, I could make some.
Do you think we could lure it to the river?
Why would we do that?
Things that make it not as strong.
A river will make it not as strong.
Yeah, running water, isn't it? Yeah.
Sort of like looking at you kind of skeptical.
I have my notes of what Brae knows about.
I will fashion some wooden stakes. You wait here, I will be back.
Quickly, please.
Heads off.
I'll go to my girls. Oh, this will be interesting without magic.
And this is like, yeah, are we gonna like tie a big wooden stake to? She kind of like jerks her thumb toward Glimmer's horn,
That's not a bad idea, actually.
and she kind of like makes a punching motion right in the heart.
Yeah.
I mean, I can like wrap one of them in my tail, but we don't really know how many there are. Also, she kind of like lowers her voice a little bit. This whole thing, when we were in Kresk, and you were like staying over, there was a vampire there.
Mila!
Escher?
Oh, yes.
And, well, I just think, I don't know if you remember what he was saying, but he seemed to really want to know about that Marco figure.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, and it said he was still alive and things like that.
Well, I know for a fact Marco is still alive.
Yeah, but if this Escher knows something about Marco...
You think he's the one that's here?
Well, most of Namfudel's vampires, I don't think they had this level of... Well, can-do attitude, if you know what I mean. Like,
Well, this just got even more fun, didn't it?
sort of, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if there's a vampire that we're looking for here, if it's Escher, we can learn some things.
That's not a bad idea.
Not that doesn't change my plan. I'm still going to wrap him in my tail, but, you know, it might be worth having a little talk.
It might be.
As time goes on, what last light remains of the sun is now gone. The stars begin to come out.
Are they still holding the gate?
Yes.
Nice.
Night shift guards kind of come in, like, what's going on here? You were supposed to close the gate an hour ago. The guards kind of like point at you and they kind of, oh, shoot. As they kind of like take over holding
Power
it.
I hold over these puny mortal men.
As Wolf kind of returns,
Yeah.
sort of large battle axe in hand.
Beautiful weapon.
And a whole bunch of stakes, like wrapped in a bundle.
Nice.
He will give you and Ornessa
I'll
and
pop
Glimmer.
one in my like belt with the sword.
He gives you 10 each.
I'll line my belt with them.
Ornessa just kind of like has them in her hands. Has like...
We should go to
That's
the
a very
temple
place
to see if they have any holy water there.
Yes. And he will lead the way back there. The temple is all boarded up, though. Or not boarded up, but locked.
Bang, 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 bang. Help us!
We're back!
A minute goes by. You can see the little like orange light.
Yeah.
Someone lights a little candle, comes down.
Is it
Very
Rosa?
small little window opens.
Rosa!
Oh,
Do you have
Hello.
holy water?
is that Wolf?
Yeah. And me. We were here before.
Yes, but I didn't get your name.
It's fine. Do you have holy water?
One moment as I check out. Ooh, interesting. She does not have any holy water.
How are you a temple of Lyra without holy water?
I have the silver, and I can perform the ritual. It's just it requires me to expend a first level spell slot, so I can't use the magical part of it. Sort of like I have, she kind of like will go in and pull. She's got like little silver and little like thing of water.
That's not. I'll like walk away.
You're heading up. Wolf sort of. How will we set this? How will we set this trap to lure it in?
I was thinking you could go to sleep. You said you're drawn to it. You sleepwalk.
I can go back to my cabin. Yes.
Well, if you sleepwalk from a home here, it's a little closer than your cabin, no?
But at this hour, who will let me sleep in their home? On just a random door?
Back on the temple door.
Sure. She opens the door. Yes?
We'll need to come in. Wolf needs a place to fall asleep.
Okay. She kind of like steps aside. Why is... Wolf, what happened to your... He's like, this is important investigation things. Rosa, leave this to us. And he will kind of like curl up loosely on the... one of the like pews here, as Rosa will retrieve a small kind of like wool blanket and kind of drape it over him. I'm not going to sleep tonight, am I?
Who is this?
Rosa.
I would say maybe just wait until we leave and lock up again.
Okay. As Wolf nods off to sleep, some time is going to pass. If you'd like to take a short rest, you can.
I would love to take a short rest.
Fair.
Nothing happens because you can't do magic stuff.
Yes, correct.
So I'll learn an hour of Infernal.
Sure.
Nice.
Ornessa just teaching you Infernal in this Temple of Lyra.
Yep. That's a sight.
Rosa looking on terrified. You're getting to a point where like you can understand like very simple phrases.
Nice. 8 out of 250.
Very simple. Hello. Goodbye. Thank you.
F you. F off.
Yes, all of the curse words are.
Nice.
That's where Nessa's
That's the 8. Yes. The 8 words.
Yeah. As after about an hour, Wolf kind of like sits up.
I think
Kinda
it's time, girls.
Dreary-headed. Kind of like turns and like shaky finger kind of points to one of the windows of this establishment. There's a figure kind of like emerging out, hooded face. See this gray skin and these fangs.
Do I recognize them?
Make a history check.
Oh, I think this is actually one. Okay. I got a +5. 20. Unnatural.
20. You can say with some level of certainty that you do not recognize this figure. It does not look like a specific vampire spawn that you've seen.
That's unfortunate. And it's coming in? Or
It's staring at the window at Wolf.
At Wolf?
Yes.
Can I shake him awake?
He's awake, he's pointing.
Oh, I thought he was like sleepwalking or...
Well, he's definitely dazed, but if you give him a shake, he kind of like jostles a little bit. It's there!
I can see that.
He's going for the axe.
Here's the thing. I thought it might be a specific one of them. These are very hard to kill without magic. I'd say we need to try and lead it out of town.
This thing's sort of like hissing, and it turns and starts running away.
I would like to follow it.
Sure. You're sort of head out. Wolf has his axe in hand. It's not a battle axe, it's a great axe. My apologies. As you begin to chase after it, we enter something of a chase sequence here. You are following it at I assume, a quick pace to try and keep up.
Staying as far back as like, to still be able to kind of follow it. Sure, makes sense. Yeah.
As it's running, it's occasionally kind of like looking back at you. The hood flips back. You can see kind of like this splotchy black hair. Almost has a reanimated corpse look to it, but definitely those vampire fangs.
Definitely looks like the spawn we've fought before.
Yes. As you're running, it is going to sort of weave around different buildings to try and lose you from the distance that you have. I need you to make a perception check.
Can I get anyone to help me?
Wolf will help you, yes.
So advantage.
Yes.
16?
16. Yeah, you lose it. Like it goes a few too many corners. But you're able to see like footprints in the mud. You have dark vision, I believe.
I have double sight.
Yes. So you're able to make out these like footprints, like even like a bloody like handprint on a wall. It seems it's fed already once tonight.
Yeah.
And you're able to kind of keep up as you're making these weaving kind of motions throughout. You're able to get a sight on it and keep after. Which leads to its second tactic here.
Throw a dagger?
You're gonna throw a dagger? Yeah,
I want to like throw and hit in the ankle.
Sure, yeah, make an attack roll.
Is that using Dex?
Yes.
My first weapon attack in a very long time.
Yes.
Ooh! So it would be... Is a dagger a simple weapon?
Yes.
So it would be plus proficiency?
Yep.
So 16, 20, and Dex, 21.
Yeah, definitely hits.
And I want to try and trip it up with like hitting it in the ankle.
Sure, you hit in the ankle? Yeah, absolutely. I'll allow that. Roll me a d4 damage. Plus your dex.
4.
4 damage. Yeah, it's gonna kind of trip up here, tumbling a little bit. It's gonna use its last opportunity to lose you here. As you're running, you find yourself passing through like
scoop the dagger up as we go past.
Oh no, it's in its leg.
Oh, it's still stuck.
It's like kind of hobbling. It doesn't do a lot of damage to you. You did 4, which is reduced to 2.
And also, he gets it back.
Yes, he does.
I remember that one.
So it sort of seals up. Yeah, the dagger would probably fall out. You're able to scoop it up. As with its sort of, you've closed the distance quite a bit, and as it weaves around this kind of market area, all the fruits have been taken out for the day. Any wares have been removed, but the empty crates is going to start throwing them behind it. You can make me an acrobatics, athletics, or acrobatics or athletics check here.
That's going to be a fat acrobatics.
Okay.
These rolls are on fire.
Okay.
It's a 19.
19, yeah.
This dice is doing me good.
That's a happy crit from Wolf.
Nice.
Glimmer. Keeping up, but losing you a little bit. And Ernesto just flies over.
Fair.
In fact, she'll fly like double the height up just to get a better look.
Yeah, keep on him. As
continuing to weave here, the spawn ducks into an abandoned building. The roof kind of caved in, and in that moment you lose sight of it. But as you weave around the corner,
I don't want to enter the building.
You don't want to. So you're just looking in.
I'm just.
Or you're gonna hold up.
Gonna hold up.
Sure. Yeah.
Post one person kind of on each. Is it like a standalone building or?
It is backed right onto the mountainside here. So it's kind of like built out of the cliff a little bit.
How many entrances can we see?
Just the one. It's 2 stories tall. There are some small windows on each side, most of which are like, my hands are going to gesture it, roughly like a laptop screen size. Like not big enough to crawl through. Yeah.
That's fine. Vanessa.
Sort of kind of like flies down.
Please go to the guards and let them know we've found the creature's tombs, lair.
Okay. Back into a maid and walks out. Wolf staring at what he's just seen.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, don't worry about that.
That hellspawn, it works with you?
No, she's... What are you talking about? She's my friend Ornessa.
Sort of like suddenly very nervous about the
Does
situation.
she have to change all the way back into succubus form to pull out her wings?
She does have to pull out her wings as part of her
But like,
transformation.
could she still look like a human and have wings?
She didn't have horns, but the wings are very like bat-like.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. He's sort of
No, don't worry about it.
worried, but still stacked up on the house here, kind of by the door. The door itself has been like burst inward, so there's nothing to like kick in here.
Yeah.
But he's got the great axe in his hands. Like, are we moving on this?
Quickly, we wait.
A minute passes, and Ornessa kind of comes like running, kind of daintily, like, Brae, I've brought the guards, and like 6 guards are gonna come in, kind of converging. Most of them kind of like lower town guard vibes. However, you do see the captain of the guard here. You've heard the name Legan. Silver blade drawn. Sort of. You've not been in this town very long, and yet.
Well, I heard
See,
some rumors and thought we could help.
You've made good time on that.
So, they ran in here. I don't know if this goes anywhere into the mountain or what. But here's the thing. These things are very, very hard to kill without magic. Like, very hard. And most of you will probably die if you go in there. At night, at least. So, you might want to wait.
Make me an intimidation check.
Intimidation?
Yes.
Gladly.
Oh?
8 plus
8. Oh.
6.
14.
14.
Okay. So like.
Can I re-roll it? I get 3 a day.
Is that a magical thing?
I don't know. It doesn't say in the words. It just says the dark gift allows the beneficiary to re-roll any persuasion, intimidation, or deception check up to 3 times per day.
Yes. So if that's all it says, then
Yeah.
you're good. Yeah.
Sweet.
You received it magically, but it's not itself.
That's an unnatural 20.
Okay. There's like a murmuring that goes out. Well, we don't have access to magic.
But you do have access to sunlight. You just have to wait it out. Does
So-
this house have any tunnels? Into the mountain?
I don't know. We have to investigate.
How do you not know? Do you not have schematics of cities or buildings built into a mountain?
This house would have been built 50 years ago, maybe more.
In the town records?
We'd have to find it.
Maybe send one of... I'll gesture to, like, the lower looking guards.
He kind of like points to one of the guards here. Speak with Lemony. He'll know. Go. Sends him up. As Ernest sort of like leans in. Oh yeah, I wanted to use the library too. Before we go, okay?
Alright.
Okay.
Are there crates? You said there's like a market here?
Yeah, kind of a little further back.
Oh, are there any like crates or anything kind of stacked by any of the houses here?
Yeah, well, lots.
I'll take up like a very like lounging position on them. We wait.
Some of the guards you can hear murmuring about whether or not they're just going to burn the house down. Like throw a bunch of thatch or wood in, light it up.
That's not a bad idea.
After a little bit, a very tired-looking librarian comes down. He's got black robes, very flowy, dusty tome in his hands that he's kind of clutching to his chest. Kind of like sets it down, so it's like rifling through with all the guards kind of surrounding.
I'll meander on over and kind of like loom kind of over his shoulder.
So like looks at you and kind of like frightenedly. Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
Best like most friendly smile I can.
Yeah.
Because the horns are tiny, they kind of blend into the dark hair in the dark, you know?
Yeah,
Just a very friendly face.
Yeah. They've got like a little like candle that they're very carefully holding over the book to try and like page through. No tunnels, but there does appear to be a cavern.
Does the cavern go anywhere?
Well, the cavern, it just kind of like points. much of the caverns are sacred places. Things that we're not supposed to. They're not even in this tome. But the tome itself has some of the outer ones.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gestures, like up to the mountainside. It passes right by this house. So it would be possible, I would imagine, to tunnel in. And the caverns lead all throughout. There's the loot chambers, the sacred lake.
Are there
methods
rivers
of-
leading off of this lake, or it's just a lake?
Sort of, yes, they feed out into the grander river. That reservoir is what founded this city, and I fear there's a great deal of, like lowers his voice, magic in that place.
Does magic function in that place?
Well enough. It's where we keep the dampener.
And they're in there with the dampener.
I was just told to find schematics of the house.
So these caverns down
Yes.
here, you can get to the dampener in these caverns.
Kind of like shrugs. The caverns, I'm not sure how many of them are connected, but he kind of like points like this one feeds out in like what was a bank.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's still a bank. Yes, there's a bank that feeds into some of these vaults here. So it could be that they've stored up there. If these are bandits or bank robbers or something.
They're not.
Oh, well, if they have tunneling equipment, they could potentially get deeper in.
I don't... Thank you.
Yes, and kind of closes up the book. I'm going to go back to bed now. Goodbye. And he starts to kind of head up. As Legan sort of,
This is an issue.
kind of like, there's a moment of like, he's like sternly considering his options. And then there's like a shift as he kind of turns things over to you. What do you suggest we do?
I've dealt with these things before. A few times. More than a few times. Killed my fair share. They are vampires. A spawn of them.
Immediate murmurings kind of ripple out.
They are very hard to kill by any natural means. You need running water or holy water, sunlight, things of the like. Magic is quite effective against them, but obviously with your dampener, that's not going to be effective.
I may understand what you're saying. But changing the dampener is outside of my control.
You know where they're holding up.
Yes.
If I've arrived here a couple hours ago and heard of these, you don't have a very large city. Your guards are, apologies, ill-equipped to deal with these. And without magic, unless your people stay in their homes and don't invite anyone in, ever, and stay in after dark, your town will be eradicated within a month, maybe 2.
Custom dictates you must answer for your crimes before you can speak with the king and queen. But if
I would very much like to help you with this problem.
kind of like curses under his breath,
These things are nothing to be toyed with.
here's what we'll do then. I want, kind of like to the guards, every weapon dipped in oil and set aflame. We can lead Brae into the inner chambers, and that should give her the abilities she needs.
Magic?
You can fight them in the chamber,
With magic.
with whatever you see fit at that point.
Does it work in the chambers?
Your magic will work in the chamber.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
Vanessa's sort of like, oh, I can't wait.
I'll go in once everything is their stuff is ready.
Blades all ready. They will lead you around the side of the mountain here. Legan sort of breaking off. I'm going to inform our captain of the guard what's happening here.
Are you not the captain?
I am Sir Legan. I am a knight, but my position is to patrol outward and inward at night. Nylas is our captain of guard, and he'll want to know what's happening here.
Yes.
The king and queen as well, I'm sure.
I would recommend positioning people at the bank exit and any others that are known from any exterior caverns.
Yes.
Maybe with horns or things of warning, and if any get out, run into someone's home and do not invite anyone in. They cannot enter a home unless invited.
Yes. Do you think you'll eradicate them tonight?
If all goes according to plan, and if my magic works, if not, you'll be answering for your crimes.
You'll find your magic return to you when you enter the innermost chamber of this place.
Wonderful.
Do not touch anything.
I wouldn't dream of it.
As you head in, they lead you around to this very hidden grove. There's like a little river kind of pouring out of the mountain.
We enter in there.
One of the Legan has broken off, so one of the guards kind of like goes over, peels back some of the bushes, and presses his hand to a stone there. He speaks a command word.
Which is?
Do you speak Primordial or any of its dialects?
Mm-mm.
So no Orin or Terran or Ignan? Okay. It is an Orin word he speaks.
Can I try and remember how it sounds?
Yes. Or sorry, an Aquan word. Make me just a flat intelligence check.
+1. 18.
18? Yeah.
I'm wasting all my good rolls before
Yeah.
the fight.
As he speaks the word, the stone kind of like awakens. And there's a ripple like water as it peels apart. There's a little stone steps leading out. This guard turns and kind of like looks to you. I am to accompany you in.
Just you? My friends are here with me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There are 3 other guards with you.
Okay.
He
With
sort of
flaming swords or not yet?
everyone has flaming swords. He sort of we can all accompany you if you feel unsafe. Legan said you're...
That's probably... Stay here, maybe?
The other 3?
Seal this... I don't seal this entrance. I don't know how I'd get out. But if any come this way, get them in the river and keep them there. You'll do the most damage.
The 3 guards all kind of nod. As the 4th kind of like starts leading you in, one has to sort of... Glimmer, go keep him company. And she kind of like pulls you back a little bit. Brae, what's the plan here?
We kill them, get in good favor with the king and queen, and leave with our ship.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Sort of, nothing. I just thought it's very dangerous in this cave here. This cave where all the magic is turned off.
And we know how to get back in.
Yeah, and how to turn it back on and everything. I just think it's so dangerous that someone without magic, and maybe only a flaming sword for protection, might slip and hit his head and lose his soul. Just a thought. We can be nice to the king and queen too. I don't want to.
I've already thought of such things. Don't you worry, my
Okay.
dear.
You're so smart. You don't even have to pay attention to me. She sort of like kind of keeps prancing along. Wait, Mr. Guard. She kind of hops over after him. Yeah. The cave kind of like winds up these steps and down. Every so often there's an opening. You can see the flowing water coming down. As you make your way along, you eventually come to a chamber with a flat bottom. And there are no less than 6 corpses in here. Shriveled bodies, more skeletal than anything. They almost look like things that Onessa's been at, but you can see the holes in the necks. Onessa sort of, someone's having fun, as the guard kind of like stifles vomit and moves over to this wooden, almost looks like an elevator lift.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cave beyond opens and is dark beyond your dark vision.
I'll turn to that. Does the magic continue in these caverns?
The gentleman sort of turns.
Mm-hmm.
I have no proficiency with the arcane, but my understanding is once you step on this lift,
Mm-hmm.
you should have your magic returned to you while you're in it.
In the lift.
In the cavern.
In the cavern, okay.
There are means of turning it off, but that's outside of my...
Okay. So we go down.
Yes, and then we'll be in the chamber, and if these vampires are in here, you'll fight them?
Oh, of course I will.
Sort of nods, okay. Please, and he beckons you, the three of you, to enter.
Mm-hmm.
As you step in, he will pull a lever and the elevator begins to descend. So down. You set foot on this kind of flat, sort of slick black rock.
Yeah.
As the interior of this mountain, it's almost like it's been hollowed out.
Mm-hmm.
Think like Mines of Moria, like this big cavernous
Yeah.
bubble here, with a stretch of water leading out. Still, but you can hear that sound of like a waterfall distantly.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems it gets fed from elsewhere and then pools here and then heads out.
Yeah.
Guard's sort of like, well, I've not been here in quite some time. But how will we look for these spawn?
Can I look around and see if there any sign of any creatures down here?
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Base of 11. Oh, 16.
16?
I'm proficient.
As you are glancing around, there's no sign of anything. The combat music can start to dim because it's like the urgency kind of calms a little bit in the stillness here. Also, you have 120 feet of dark vision?
I think so.
Yeah, so if anything's sneaking up on you...
Yeah, 120 feet.
You'll probably see it before it sees you.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because he's got the flaming sword. So no,
Yeah.
it'll see you well before you see it.
Douse that.
Sort of, I can't see in the dark.
Hold this and I'll hold out my cape.
Can
We want to see it before it sees us.
you can you're plunged into darkness.
Yeah.
You can feel something tug on your cape.
Mm-hmm.
As...
Glimmer, can you see?
Yes, a little bit in
Okay.
black and white.
Okay. And Ornessa can, I know.
It's like, oh yeah, I can see. For a moment, there's that stillness as you're kind of investigating the situation. Can't really leave much tracks on the rocks.
Yeah.
The water itself's not doing much. But distantly, probably about 200-300 feet out, only visible now that you've doused the blade. It's a very faint orange glow that flickers.
Down like a cavern, like a cave type thing?
Same bubble here, but the dimness of it, it's not exposed to you. You're just getting the bouncing off the wall effect. So it's covered.
It's in another cavern type thing?
Yes, or it's down a little ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I kind of head to a patch of... You said it's like a center that kind of feeds off different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go into a piece of triangle or a piece of rock nearer to it, but where they're still near the running water?
Yeah, there are outcroppings. So you're kind of taking cover behind one to kind of get a better angle on it?
Yeah.
So you're right kind of by the water itself, but the outcropping here, you can kind of crouch behind it, and the four of you all kind of line up. Ornessa quietly shifts back into her true form. And then Glimmer sort of peering out. Sort of, Brae, what is that? Is that them?
Is it them?
Again, this light here, you're closer now. You can see, look to be two shapes kind of walking around. And you can see the arms and shoulders kind of jerking as if there's a dance. And when you hear, hey, they got a little cheer going up.
I don't know. I'll start stalking my way
Sure.
up.
Make a stealth check. Are you bringing everyone with
Guidance.
you? Is everyone joining you?
Yeah, why not? Sure. Ooh, 9, 13. 15 for stealth.
Okay. More than half of you pass, so Glimmer is given mercy. As you all creep up, get right up to the rocky outcropping here, and kind of peering just over. In this little alcove, it does become a cavern, and you can see these 2 vampires spawn, kind of like doing a little jig around a fire. There are more skeletal figures that they've clearly dragged in here.
Is Escher in here?
As you're looking, the 2 doing this little dance here don't appear to be the vampire spawn you know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably other ones who have slipped in from Whitehorn.
Mm-hmm.
But watching them, sitting on like a little throne that's been set up.
It's the third wife.
Leaning on her elbow is one of the brides of Namfudel, Anastasia.
Yes!
Who's sort of sitting there kind of like sighing. She's got like the cup of blood-like wine in her hand that she's sipping from. Sort of.
Can I like look at Ornessa and go like tap my head for the link?
Yes, she sort of pings you there like, oh, we can talk again.
Oh, this is wonderful. Our friend Anastasia's here.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many more fun things I can do since we last met her.
Is she a friend?
Oh no, she's...
Oh, even better. I like this so much more.
She's a vampire, bride of Namfudel.
Oh.
Yes, I almost got her once before, but she got away.
Uh-huh.
And, so, can you charm these things?
No, they're undead.
That's okay. Can you let Glimmer know to use her horn on those 2 dancing? When I say so.
Yeah.
And I will, or I guess I can just message her, but, I'm gonna deal with Anastasia and you 2 take care of, those 2 dancing ones.
Okay.
And then I'll message
Yes.
Glimmer. Can you use your horn, please, and deal with those 2 things?
Yes, right now? I can take a position.
Take up a position, and I'll, like, message the guard behind me.
Over. Yeah.
This may be a little frightening for you, but don't worry, I can talk in your head now. We're gonna go deal with those things. You stay here. Catch any that escape.
Okay,
Just stall them enough. Get them in the water. We'll come deal with them.
I'll do what I can. You're like looking around. The nearest water is probably about 30 feet away,
Yeah.
but you know.
If it comes to it, give yourself a little slice so they scent the blood, and they'll follow you to the water.
That sounds unsafe, but...
Yeah, you can do it. I believe in you.
Right. As this is all happening, when Essa starts to kind of like... She'll back off and then like kind of fly up. So she's got a vantage point. Kind of claws digging into the rocky face here. Wings kind of just slowly beating to keep her up. I'm ready when you are.
Lovely. I'm going to go ahead and cast a spell.
Oh.
And I need a wisdom saving throw. Wait, not yet.
Okay.
I have too many characters on the go that I forget
Nah.
what I can do.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Polymorph on Anastasia.
Okay, what we'll do really quick is we'll get everyone to roll initiative.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh. See, this is when I realized that the bonus that Melody has is much better than Brae's.
Yeah. What is Brae?
13.
13.
No, yeah, 13.
Uh,
Is this technically a surprise round? So I don't know we're here.
Correct.
Yes.
As I very quickly go through all this. Wow, okay. They rolled really nicely. But I'll roll the spawn as 1. Should not have rolled. It's a different one. Okay. So, the vampires go first, but they're surprised, so they're just dancing. Then our lovely nameless guard is going to creep back towards the water. At which point, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna polymorph Anastasia into what's the slowest animal? Let's do a turtle.
A turtle.
Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom save. She will fail and burn a legendary resistance.
Nice. Okay.
As she kind of like turns up in fear.
Bonus action.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. 3 aimed at her.
All right.
The lowest of those was an unnatural 20.
They all hit.
I love this character.
Oh boy.
So that will be 3d10 plus 6, 18?
18?
Well, 3d10 plus 18.
Yep.
8, 10, 15, 33 points of force damage
33.
to Anastasia.
Okay, she's
We were a lot weaker when we last fought her.
That is to her, 33 points. Oh boy.
You lose 10 HP when you long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless otherwise stated.
Yeah.
She's gonna look up at you in fear. She goes,
Hello, darling.
"Sweetie, is that you?
I'm back.
What were you doing out?" And she kind of snarls.
I'll give her like the sweetest smile I can.
Ornessa's gonna drop, like plummeting.
Yeah.
And she will make some attacks against one of the vampires here.
Nice. Stay out of their reach if you can.
Oof. She's gonna do a little bit of damage. Yeah, it's a nice, cool 5 points of damage. Cool. To the vampire spawn that you were chasing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do recognize this one as that. And then she is going to kind of like fly back a little bit. It's going to make an opportunity attack against her and miss. As Anastasia is going to go now. She has not taken radiant damage.
Yeah.
So she's going to regain 10 hit points. Oh, they are fun to fight. At which point she's going to start to run at you. And as she does, she's going to call out like this shrieking song, raising her hand up to the cavern around her. As you can hear the fluttering of what sound to be several dozen bats. She will then end her turn about 10 feet away from you. Claws out, kind of fangs barred. We don't have to do this.
Oh, I think we do.
She's like looking at you. You're different.
I'll give her like like the sweetest like smile I can muster.
She makes an Arcana check.
And you are not.
Sort of. I just think this isn't a big city, but it's big enough for two of us to be. What are you? And with that, her turn ends.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna answer.
Glimmers up. She's like prone and just like points her horn forward and releases this like bolt of energy. Wow, a 1 and a 7. With mods, that's a 4 and an 11.
4 saving throws?
Yeah.
Nice.
So they're both going to take some damage.
Nice.
And it's radiant damage. Okay. Yes. As that's Glimmer's turn. As the swarm of bats is going to descend, probably on you. Sort of circling around, begins to drop on you. They are going to make an attack roll. That is a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, I feel bad about this. 6 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead and record that.
Okay.
As Glimmer, Anastasia's kind of like looking at you, watching like these very clear bites.
I'm totally unfazed by the bats,
Yeah.
staring straight at her.
The confusion turns to fear, as both of her vampires are going to go, lunging at Glimmer. Glimmer she was fairly far away from them, so the closer one is going to be able to reach her. The other one has to dash, but it gets right up on her.
Okay.
First one's going to go. Hang on. We'll miss the first one, and we'll definitely hit the second one. So it claws her for 6 points of slashing damage. No, actually, it's not gonna do any damage. It's gonna grapple her.
Sure.
So just gonna lashes out with the claws and like kind of grabs her by like the scruff of the hair. She lets out like a shriek as it's almost like lifting her up. Brae, it has me.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
At which point it is the guard's turn. He's enjoying life, and then now you are up, Brae.
I'm going to... So one is grappling Glimmer, and the other's right beside her?
Yes. There's 2 on Glimmer, and then Anastasia's probably about 10 feet away from you.
I'm going to cast Polymorph on... No. I'm going to cast... Yeah, I'll cast Polymorph.
Yep.
On the one that's holding
Yep.
Glimmer.
Okay. It's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
It's a 17.
It's a fail.
Oh. I saw it. They don't have a bonus. They do have a bonus. Sorry. It's a 20. They have a +3 to their wisdom saves.
I should keep that open. That's a good thing. Cool. I'm going to then... Okay, I'll bonus action. Where are you? Have these ones taken radiant damage from Glimmer?
Yes, those 2 have.
Cool. Eldritch Blast. The one that has Glimmer.
All 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lowest is way over 20.
Alright.
The lowest roll there was a 13, so
Oh dear.
that's like 25.
Yep.
8, 12, 7, 19 plus 18. 37
37.
points of force damage.
To the one that has Glimmer, which is not the one that Ornissa attacked. So 37 plus 15 is 45 plus 7. 52. Which is not enough to down it. They have a lot of health. As you blast this thing, or with these 3 bolts,
Yeah.
it kind of flinches back and like snarls at you, looking hungrily at Glimmer. Looking like it wants to go in for a bite, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
With my movement, how far am I from Anastasia?
10 feet.
And so, sorry, where are they? Where's Glimmer and them in relation to Anastasia and I? Or, like, where's the exit in relation to Anastasia and I?
The exit is in the way you came. Far back behind.
Is there another exit here?
Well, as you're looking, there's, like, the fire, and then back a bit is this, like, chair that Anastasia set up. The tunnels continue deeper in, presumably connecting other areas in the cavern. It's just that nobody's fleeing yet.
How far away is... I'll position myself in front of her. I'll move up 10 feet.
Sure. She almost, like, takes a full step back as you do that.
Yeah.
And that ends your turn?
And I'll just hold my hands out.
Yeah.
Like, come at me, bro.
Nice.
But, like, shoulders back, chin high, not afraid this time.
Yes. Ooh. Ornessa's gonna go 2 claw attacks on the one that has a glimmer. It's a nice cool 5 points of damage, but it's not too shabby when it's at 57 damage taken now. And then she's gonna tail attack. She kind of flies down, claws.
Get the same one.
Moves over. Okay, she'll tail attack it then, which will grapple it if it hits.
Yeah.
Does not hit.
That's fair.
And then she will keep herself kind of positioned in the middle of them to maybe draw some fire, because...
Yeah.
At which point Anastasia's gonna go. And she's gonna debate fleeing. She sees what the swarm of bats has done to you.
Don't you dare. I'm faster than you, smarter than you, and stronger than you. I have some questions for you, once those are dealt with.
Questions?
Yes.
Well, if you just want to talk, sweetie, I don't want to... We don't have to fight.
Let's finish that first, and then we can chat. This town's too small for 3 of you.
You're saying I can't have my friends?
No. We've already dealt with your other 2 friends.
Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I think this is plus 10? 16.
She considers this for a moment.
Can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Oh, well, I want to do it the easy way. I don't really have much love for those 2.
I'm right here.
If you wouldn't mind, I'll just sit back and let you handle this.
As long as you promise not to go anywhere.
She will kind of command her bats to, like, fly up. They don't yet. Sort of, yeah, I'll make myself comfortable. Kind of, like, looks back at the chair there. Seems I'm dead the other way.
That you are.
Didn't expect someone with magic to come in here.
Funny how it works out, isn't it?
I haven't decided if I agree yet.
I forgot she was southern.
At this point, Glimmer is going to try and, like, kick at one of the ones that's on her. She has no magic besides that beam, and the beam is not currently up.
Oh, is it like a 1 in?
Yeah. And she's not a warlock of yours yet. She will fail the kick. The bat swarm flies up and kind of, like, nests back up at the top. It is now the vampire's turn. Injured one is going to make a claw attack against Glimmer. And misses.
Nice.
And a bite attack. It rolls in that one.
Let's
so
go!
This is how it went in Curse of Knackle.
Yeah.
They grapple, and
And then they miss.
it's a whole hassle, and then they can't hit.
And then they get out, and then they grapple again, and then they can't hit. Yeah. I remember it because you know what? They did it to me!
Yeah.
It was Jesse.
They want to bite,
yeah.
So they have to grapple first. So they don't do damage. That's what's going to happen here. Watch. Second one's going to go on Anessa. Okay, misses the claw. Second one's going to try and claw again because it wants to grapple. Hits. So now Anessa's grappled.
Yeah.
And since she's flying, she's pulled down. Not quite 10 feet. So she kind of like lands heavily. Kind of wind's knocked out of her. She's kind of wheezing a little bit as this vampire's like hands on her neck going in for the bite. Guard's still chilling. He doesn't really have much sight on like what's in here. It is your turn.
How far away are these guys?
From you, probably about 20 feet. We'll say 30 feet for the further one.
I'll go to the one that on Glimmer that like looks like it's on its last legs.
Yep.
And bonus action.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh no, wait! It hasn't taken Radiant this turn, so bonus action.
Oh, the other one.
They had their turn.
Yes. So they
had
should
it.
Recharge.
No, they because they had it the last one for that turn, so they have to take it again.
Yes.
So I'm going to Sacred Flame, the one on Glimmer, which is 3d8.
Yes.
So I need a Dex saving throw.
Oh no. Dex save +6 to the Dex save, which makes this a cool 12.
5, 6, 7, 8, 13 points.
13. 57 plus 13
damage.
is 70. 57 plus 13 is 70.
57. Yeah.
Yeah. So still up.
What?
Looking very bad.
Oh my goodness. How is it still up? The one that is then the other one.
Yeah.
Which you said was 30 feet away?
That was the 30 feet away one.
Oh, okay.
20 feet away one is on Ornessa and has her pinned.
I'm gonna walk up or go up to that one.
Sure. Actually, I should clarify, I don't think Ornessa is prone, because she didn't take damage from the fall. So it's just kind of like has her...
Yeah. I'm gonna do a paralyzing touch.
Okay.
At 28 to hit.
Very much.
I need a con save.
Decent roll. 16.
That's pass, but they still take 11 points of psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
Okay, 31 damage taken. Kind of like you place a hand on it, and it's almost like an imprint that you've left before on Igmarel.
Ooh.
Like that brand.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've used it?
Yes.
You can feel a power in this
Ooh.
that is slightly untapped.
I'll do a little like the shoulder roll, neck crack.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this. And that's my turn.
Sure. Ornessa's gonna go. She'll try and grapple back with the tail attack. Misses. Tail is kind of batting. 2 claw attacks. Both hits. Uh, 21 halved is 10. So now the one that's on Ornessa is now perfectly bloodied but hasn't taken any radiant damage. Anastasia's gonna go. You walked past her to get up to the paralyzing touch. She'll kind of brush her hair a little bit. Her hair, since I haven't described her on the stream before, is wild. Like there's like a braid through one side. It's like combed differently on another.
Oh,
it's just
really?
like all organized chaos. Like there's like a almost like a horn on one side that's kind of fashioned. All sorts of stuff going on here. It's a mess, but there's something kind of graceful about it. As she kind of like sighs, kind of like brushes the hair a little bit out of her face, strides behind you, places a hand on one of her spawn's necks, and goes in for a bite.
Oh, let's go, Anastasia.
I get to roll for this on here. It is resistant to this damage. But it does take 5 of it. This is the one that's here, 46. And then she will claw attack it for a hit. And she doesn't really have a need to grapple it, so she's going to do the damage. 8 for another 4 points, because they can't even really hurt each other. So that puts it to 50 damage taken. That is her turn. Glimmer's up, again trying to kick. Will hit.
Nice.
for minimal damage.
Is that 1?
Not her best. Swarm of bats I'm going to remove from the turn order because it's not really relevant. And now the vampires go. The one that's grappled Ornessa has been paralyzing touched. It's going to turn and leap at you, letting go of Ornessa.
Nice.
Oh, maybe rolled well on the grapple. Unnatural 20?
No.
Does not hit?
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Because I have my magic back.
And lower than that, as the one that's on Glimmer will do the same. Like kind of seeing you as the main threat here.
I'm okay with that.
Shoves Glimmer back. She kind of like lands heavily on the rocks. Misses the first attack. And the second attack. Just unable to find purchase there with the claws. Trying to grab at you. Doesn't really do much.
Nice.
Guard's turn. He's chilling. Brae, you're up.
Lovely. First things first. I'm gonna bonus action get some sorcery points back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna twin spell Guiding Bolt at 4th level.
Oh.
1 to each of them.
Okay.
The lowest was a 25.
Yep. Beats it by 10.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 D6. Radiant damage to each of them.
Okay.
$23 points of radiant damage
23.
to each of them.
That will eviscerate the one that was on Glimmer. So the one to your right. The one to your left takes 23. Is at 73 damage taken. Still up. Single digit HP right now. That is your action. Are you doing a bonus action?
I bonus action to get sorcery points back to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm done.
That's your turn?
I'm gonna stay. This one's still on me?
Yes.
I'm gonna stay on it.
Okay. Ornessa's gonna go. She will land a claw attack. Oh. She lands a claw attack and will kill it because it only has 9. No, hang on. I was like, it has this, it gets halved.
Darn.
8. She misses her second claw attack. She has a tail attack, which rolls a 2
Oh
on.
my gosh, she can't get her tail working today.
It's not worried. She's not used. It's been a while, you know.
Yeah.
At which point it is Anastrasia's turn. She will make a bite attack. She doesn't need to grapple because technically it's an allied creature. It's willing in this case because it's one of her spawn. She still misses the bite though.
Oh my gosh.
And the claws.
So he gets another turn.
Glimmer's gonna run up and try and impale it on her horn.
Ooh, go Glimmer.
Rolls a nat 1. At this point, everything's just tumbling around this thing. It gets a turn.
Yeah.
It will launch itself at you.
It's fine.
It's gonna miss with an 18. And then miss with a 10. Guard's turn. He's chilling. You're up. And it took radiant damage, so it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this thing's like on its last legs.
Yeah, single digit kind of deal.
I'm not sure. Do these things have souls? Do they feel things like we do?
And Astray just sort of. Are you asking if we get hurt?
No, like. Do you have a soul? Can you be brought back after you're dead? Because you kind of are already dead.
I suppose I could be brought back, but it would probably be in my pre-vampiric form.
So you do have a soul?
Well, I don't want to get all religious about it, but if I had to guess, I'd think so.
Nah. I'm going to Sacred Flame.
Sure.
This guy. So dex save.
Oh, if he makes it, he
Yeah.
doesn't take anything. Let's go. 11.
Oh, okay. 11 points of radiant damage.
That'll do it. as this thing just kind of vanishes from life. As silence falls over the cavern.
Are we still in combat turn order?
If you'd like to be.
No.
Okay.
Not for... Maybe stay, like, mark where the order is right now? Or would we just re-roll something else?
We'll re-roll or something.
I'm going to saunter over and sit down in her throne chair.
Kind of, like, watch as you kind of take your seat.
So like, sit and lounge back, kind of off to one side, cross the legs over.
Sort of, kind of walks up to you, kind of arms folded.
I'm going to cast message on her.
On Anastasia?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should probably deal with that guard out there. If I make a commotion, call for him, he'll come running. I need you to bite but not kill. Can you do that?
I can.
Lovely. Guard, help! Please come! Help us!
He's going to come running up. Kind of slides down into the area with the fire as Anastasia will pounce.
Lovely.
Grappling. And she does land her bite.
Nice.
What are the odds? Impossible.
Most... Bite, don't kill.
Cool. He's still alive. Immediately put on his last legs. He's
Lovely.
quite...
You said that the ones outside looked like what happens when...
Yeah.
Lovely. Ornessa, if you would.
Sort of...
I'm hungry.
Ornessa just like gets super happy. Like, oh, me too. Kind of goes over like, oh no, back, evil vampire. Doesn't even go for the charm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just like, it's okay. I'll fix it. She goes and plants a kiss on like the bite mark.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment of like panic as she draws out the soul.
Nice.
Kind of like lets the body fall. Kind of heads over to you. Are you producing your phylactery?
Yep.
Okay. You produce this thing. Anastasia watches this. She doesn't really know what you're doing,
mm-hmm.
but there's a kind of a sense of,
yeah.
Hang on, something's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
As Vanessa plants a kiss upon it, the soul flows out.
Yeah.
And she passes it back to you.
I'll take it back and
then she kind of like takes
put it where it belongs.
Yeah. She sits down kind of at your feet.
Uh-huh.
As Anastasia sort of...
Now, how did you get out of Barovia?
Well, after you went and killed my husband...
Oh, what fun it was. Quite easy. A little disappointing, in fact.
I don't know if you're trying to mock me there, but it wasn't exactly a willing arrangement on my part.
You seemed more than willing to kill us when we were there.
Oh, that's true. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. You were entering into my master's domain, and, well, he saw fit to set some people upon you. For what it's worth, you had his true love and all that.
She's free in a better place.
Well, I'd like to hope he is too, but...
I don't think so.
Sort of like smiles at that. It's strange being able to feel malice towards him. I didn't really have that opportunity before.
Oh.
Sort of, so is that it then? You're gonna kill me like you killed him?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, well, I'll just sit patiently by and let you figure that out.
Why should I spare you?
Why should you spare me? Well, I saw you coming in here. I didn't think you
We'd be friends. Is that what you thought?
Not at all. I didn't think we'd be having a talk, to be honest. The way this kind of shook out, she kind of like looks at the body of the guard. What are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, very...
Something you could only dream of being.
You're not like Namfoodle was.
Oh, I am much stronger than that.
Kind of like looks...
Gnome.
There's doubt, but there's also a little bit of like awe. Sort of...
Oh my dear. And I'll reach up and I'll touch her face. And paralyzing touch.
Okay. That's a con save from her.
I think I have to hit.
Oh, I see.
I believe. It's like a hit con save.
Sure.
Yeah. 23.
23. Definitely a hit.
13.
She will probably fail her save. Actually, what's the DC?
Con 16.
Con. Oh no, that's a 10.
Cool. So she takes 11 points, so psychic damage.
Okay, so that's 34 taken.
And is now paralyzed for a minute.
Okay. She kind of seizes up. She can't speak while paralyzed.
No. Technically, she can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep rolling every 6 seconds for a minute.
Are you going for a kill?
No.
Okay.
I'm just having some fun.
Okay, yeah, you freeze her there.
And I'm going to kind of do like a predator stalking its prey around. Just brush her hair back a little bit.
All the while, Ornessa's just kind of sitting there, kind of like watching her, like tail wagging a little bit.
You see, here's the thing, Anastasia. You just can't leave a job unfinished. I almost got you last time, and I was much nicer then. And I think a soul that's been alive as long as you have, it's like a fine wine, it just gets better with age. And I'm going to can I have a turn? Like, are we in initiative order?
Yeah,
I don't know how you want to run it.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Yeah, okay,
so
let's roll initiative then.
Okay. Ooh. 8.
Okay, what was your roll?
8.
Oh, she must go before you.
Well, she gets to try and make the save.
Your swarm of bats will roll 2. You have an 8. Guard does not have an 8. Yeah, she will remake the save. It's the end of her turn, though, right? She fails with a 10. Or no, a 9. As you can hear that swarm of bats begin to mobilize again.
Yeah.
Start to head towards. You're deeper in the cave, so they can't reach you right away.
That's fine.
But they're pouring over past the fire here. Glimmer's gonna take the dodge action.
Yeah, you guys just watch out for those. They can't really do anything to me.
And now it is your turn.
I'm going to cast a 4th level guiding bolt.
Okay.
24? Nope, 26.
Jeez, yeah.
And that's 76.
Uh-huh.
That's 2 ones. That's better. 9. Ooh, 19. Let's go. 25 points of radiant damage.
25 plus 34 is 59. Ouch. So she's not regaining anything here.
She probably would have regained
from before.
She would probably be at full. Because she.
You spent some time? Well, you spent essentially like a turn talking, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll retrieve her 10
Okay.
health. At which point there's a kitten.
kitten?
There's a kitten.
Can we pause the recording for a kitten?
Yeah, there's a kitten. I'm pausing the recording. And we're back. There was a kitten.
And it's so little and adorable.
You may hear him running around, but he is in the room. So, where were we?
It was my turn. I did the radiant. Oh, we were debating how much damage she would have regained in the.
I'll say your monologue is essentially your turn for that, so I gave her.
So she gave 10 for her turn that happened. And,
Yes.
Okay.
With that, we go to Ornessa, who's gonna kind of like walk up to. She's still paralyzed, isn't she?
Yep.
And will. Oh, it is neither willing nor charmed by her. But she will make 2 claw attacks. With advantage because paralyzed. Both will hit.
Nice.
Do you crit against paralyzed targets?
I don't know. I think if there's something within...
I want to say you do.
I was looking into it because I got paralyzed last time.
Oh, yeah. Because you're incapacitated, so you might.
In a basket. Any attack that hits is a crit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Yes, so she'll claw and deal a hefty...
Oh my gosh, you're so cute.
A hefty 18 points of damage.
Nice.
18 plus 49 is 67.
Mm-hmm.
I'm slowly getting better at math. That's my arc. As she tail attacks and hits. There. And suddenly, paralyzed Anastasia is not looking great. She will end her turn and make a con save. DC 16.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls an 18. She kind of unseizes. I was really hoping maybe we could do this another way. But that's the end of her turn. The bats are going to swarm at Glimmer. And will hit. Glimmer now swarmed with all these bite marks. You can see blood kind of like forming at the edges of the dress. Oh no, the cat.
You can keep going, I'm just so cute.
Oh dear. As Glimmer, yes, is still looking fine, but covered in bite marks now, kind of shrieking, throwing her hands up. Brae, it is now your turn.
Cool. So I'm gonna do another Oh, she's not paralyzed anymore. That's
No.
annoying. Cool. 4th level.
Guiding bolt?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll use this.
It's probably good that you're burning all these spell slots.
At 21.
21.
Oh, sorry, no, 23.
23.
I keep doing adding 10.
Yeah, don't worry, it doesn't make too much of a difference.
9. 22 points of radiant damage.
Okay, that is more than enough to kill.
Nice.
Yeah, so how do you want to end it?
Um,
She unparalyzes
Yeah.
and turns just in time to see.
there was never another way to end this. Can't leave anything unfinished. And I'll guiding bolt.
She lets out one last hiss as this bolt strikes her, and the radiant energy kind of like passes through her body, and she just kind of away. As soon as that happens, the bats are going to disperse. As though she was kind of keeping them together here.
Yeah.
They scatter. This leaves... Dear. This leaves Glimmer and Ornessa here. I don't believe Glimmer's ever been involved in like a fight like this before. Ornessa's totally fine with it. She's just kind of like kicking through the ashes that have been left behind. Well... We couldn't really find out about Marco, but...
That's because Escher wasn't here.
Yeah, we probably could have asked her about that, but it's fine.
I doubt she would know where Marco is. Marco... I don't know him that well, but I doubt he would have dealings with a vampire.
Well, we know he did a little bit. There's that Escher guy who's all about looking for him.
Yeah. This is not Escher, though, is it? And Escher didn't like Namfoodle.
I'm gonna move the cat real quick. Hey, cat. Well, hang on, whatever the case is.
It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, now that we're in here, kind of like looks at the decayed body of the guard, and we don't have any unwanted company. This is the place where all the magic is controlled, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe we can do something with that? I don't know if it's no magic's coming from the lake, or... Well, I'm not sure where it's coming from, but, it's...
Maybe we just take a look around. Not do anything yet. Let's see how our audience goes.
Okay, yeah, we know how to get back here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I know the word to get in and where we went in.
She'll kind of like start prancing away.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as soon as we get out of here, we're gonna lose the magic again, right?
Yeah.
As soon as we get off the lift. So, I don't know if you have anything else to do in here before we head back. Do you?
Let's just see if we can find the source of this magic. Dampening.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna convert sorcery points, so I have
Sure, yeah, do
full points.
however you'd like. No one is coming for you at the moment.
No, I'm not. I'm going to cast 4th level Cure Wounds on Glimmer.
Yeah.
Which would be 4?
4th level is 48.
48
Plus 6?
plus 6.
Yeah.
7, 8, 16 points of healing.
Okay.
Oh, plus 6. So, 22.
She is right back up to full.
Nice.
As this happens, how are you going about investigating this cavern?
I'm going to... So we were in the main area.
Yes, this sort of large expanse of open space.
I'm going to cast... Everyone can see in the dark, can't they?
Yes.
Cool. Then I'm not going to cast anything.
Okay.
I want to kind of look around the main cavern. See if there's anything, I guess, magical about the lake that like feeds out.
Sure.
Does it kind of feed out in all directions?
No, it
No.
feeds in from a few different sources
Yeah.
and then out through that one river.
Okay.
Which goes on to the larger river.
Which is where our boat is.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But I want to look into the lake here and see if this has any magical properties or like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, let's make an arcana check.
Guidance.
Yeah. And I'll say you get help because you've got 2 other people looking.
Nice. 15.
Yeah, as you are peering in here, it doesn't seem like there's anything magical about the water itself.
Mm-hmm.
Ornessa is quick to point out that in the Book of Lyra, there was mention of elementals that were bound to this lake at one point. She kind of recalls something of the mechanisms used here, but she can't really make out exactly what they did to make this place magical. As you're circling, though, kind of inspecting this area, there is a spit that goes out toward the center of the lake, a little wooden bridge.
Oh, I'll go walk on the bridge.
Creaking along as you walk.
Mm-hmm.
As you are heading along,
Mm-hmm.
we're just kind of creaking, you just kind of like, you pass along, and there's a point where your vision of the shoreline ends, just as a vision of this island begins.
Oh.
The island is piled high with chests, little mounds of gold, and this blue crystal, which hovers spinning gently on a little pedestal.
Can I arcana it?
Yes, you cross over to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you make an arcana check.
Guidance. Alright, dice for me now. Ooh, 18.
18. As you are looking at this thing, there is an instability to it. It kind of like vibrates and twists a little weird, but it does seem to be drawing power from the air around it. There's like a chill, or like a chill in the air around it that becomes a warmth right as you get to the surface of it. As though it's like pulling in heat, and there's clearly something very magical about it. Engraved in it are these strange draconic runes. Do you speak Draconic?
Oh, I don't.
Ooh.
I thought I did, but that's not me.
Yes. There are also runes of an abyssal nature.
Hey, Ornessa, can you come read these?
I'm like, yeah, I can.
What does it say?
Oh, she kind of like squints. Well, this is it for sure. These are wards. They're like telling the magic to get in and to not come back out. It definitely seems like it's a dampener. Yeah. I think I just It says all sorts of stuff, but like it's basically just saying to keep the magic in.
Wonderful.
Do we want to break it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I want to see what this king and queen have to say.
Okay.
We can end this. I'm just intrigued.
Okay. You can always like send me to get it. I can just fly in.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll head back out.
Yes. You head back across the bridge. The three of you going. You make your way back up outside.
Mm-hmm.
So back up the lift.
Before we exit the lift.
Yes.
I wanna. Are there any guards up inside here?
No.
Let's just like ruffle the hair a little bit. If I'm immune to
Non-magical
slashing,
person.
can I scratch myself to make myself bleed?
No.
Okay, that doesn't work. I'll ruffle the hair.
Yeah.
Maybe give a little scratch to a couple or Nessa will be like, hey, can you just like batter yourselves up a little bit?
Yeah. They kind of like batter themselves up, ruffle the hair. Yeah.
I'll like ruffle my hair up.
Glimmer's got some like bruises probably,
Yeah.
or some like the bite marks have healed, but you can still see them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to give yourselves kind of a disguise, we'll say.
Yeah.
Any last spells before you step off the lift?
No, because everything just fades once you get back into the field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You make your way out onto this flat platform of the cavern, down several steps with that rushing water sound, and back out to where these guards are waiting for you. Kind of turn. Is it done?
I think so. There was 3 of them. One of them got to the guard before we could save him.
I see.
Very sorry.
It is troubling. He was one of the few who had seen the inside of that cavern.
Well,
Just-
maybe he would rest easy knowing that his remains are in there. I don't know. Someone might want to clear it out. There's quite a few.
Vanessa just really sad, like wiping a tear, sort of. He gave his life to a good cause. Gives your hand a little squeeze. As the guards sort of like, please, if you'll follow us back.
Of course.
They lead you back in where like a full, like all these guards have like set up. There's a whole perimeter. You can see the house burning as they've set it on fire. Of the guards there.
I want to make note of the route to get back to this entrance.
Yes, it's just outside the west gate.
Outside the west gate.
Yeah, just south of the west gate. If
Just
we're being
south of the west gate.
Yes. As you are here, Sir Legan is here with another human knight. Big, like, red plume in his helmet. Very large, like the Mario mustache. Bald head, kind of like full. He's got thick hair, but he's bald on top.
Cul-de-sac.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. My
Oh.
dad had one.
Oh. But it's kind of like sitting there watching this all play out. This looks to be the captain of the guard. Kind of turns. You are this Brae Valandon.
Yes.
Kind of like extends a hand.
I'll put my hand out.
Like firm handshake.
I will return it
Yes.
to the best of my weak abilities.
Make a strength check.
Like flat?
Yeah.
4.
4. He notices that you're trying.
Yeah.
Sort of like, I'm told you went in there
Yes.
more or less alone.
Well, I had my friends, and I'm very sorry, but one of your guards, he didn't make it out.
I see. It should have been me in there with you. But
I would have been honored to fight alongside you, but for someone as important as you, I'm glad it was not you that gave your life in there.
Yes. Sir Legan kind of like gestures. You can see the knight Legan frantically pacing around the burning building. Tells me that you're going to stand trial tomorrow.
Yes.
I will be participating in this trial. The sentences for airship attacks and the like have been recorded. In the past, death is a common sentence.
Well, if you look at what happened, our ballista is just there. We haven't had the time to take it off. We're a pleasure cruiser. We're trying to get through the area and didn't realize there was a...
Kind of raises a hand. I'll do everything in my power to see no harm comes to you.
I appreciate that.
You've rid us of a great threat.
It was a great threat, one that you have no idea, and I hope you never have to deal with again.
He's sort of like, he's got full plate armor, but he kind of like reaches into it and pulls out like a little handkerchief, and kind of like holds it cautiously up. You've got cuts upon your...
Oh, it's fine.
I see. You should perhaps get yourselves cleaned up, though. You look like you've seen quite the battle.
Yes, it was quite the battle. If I had my magic, I could easily heal this up, but as you know, there's no magic here, so I'll take a nice warm bath and clean up in my chambers.
Very good. Someone will come for you in the morning. Do you need someone to accompany you to your chambers?
If you wouldn't mind, we don't have quite the strength here that we did down there.
Yes. He will sort of offer you his arm as he like barks out the most angry, Legan! Legan! points, and Legan comes jogging over. Yes, sir, we're just getting this cleaned up. He's like, no, you're guiding this one up the mountain. He kind of like goes and takes, we'll say Glimmer's arm, as Ornessa is going to kind of like slowly shift away. She comes back with the knight she was talking to before.
The one that was on the horse?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you were all let up. Very courteously, they were all just kind of like making sure you're all right more than anything. Legan drops Glimmer off, plants a little kiss on her hand, and like looks at you and kind of like hides his eyes and walks away.
His eyes, come on, dude.
Nihilus sort of leads you up.
Nihilus?
Nihilus, yes, the captain of the guard.
Nihilus.
Nihilus, yes.
Okay. I was
sort
thinking like nihilist. I was like, nice.
Not quite. He's got some hope in him.
Okay.
So it leads you up to the door here and says, I wish you a healthy sleep and
Thank you.
a quick recovery.
Thank you.
Yes, he kind of like gives a little bow and will turn to take his leave. As you see, last but not least, Ornessa planting a big kiss on the cheek of this guard here. Nothing comes of it.
No.
She sort of like, he turns to leave and she kind of like brushes his hand as he walks away. Kind of like watches him go. Leaning in, kind of like leaves, goes around the corner, looks to you and kind of like blushes a little bit.
You win some, you dim some.
Oh, I win some. Sort of, I don't even need my charm for that.
Is he joining you later?
Sort of shrugs. He can be. Once we get the magic back, I can do something about it. So, he kind of like closes the door. As Glimmer kind of like pokes her head out. We are safe, yes? That was... I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, come. And I'll like usher them both into my room.
Yeah. They go in and kind of close the door.
Yeah. Please take a seat, Glimmer. Allow me to describe some of the things that Ornessa and I have seen.
Ah, yes.
In this place called Barovia. It's mainly Whitehorn. It was a demiplane of sorts that we were trapped in by this vampire lord named Namfoodle Knackle.
He was a gnome.
Yes, a very angry, confusingly not powerful gnome. I thought he was a little intimidating when we first got there, but then he was just kind of a joke. He had a wife named Ludmilla, and we like nerfed her real bad, and he screamed, "Ludmilla, no!" like you hear it all across the land, and it was a running joke in our group for a while. It was pretty funny. Anyways, that woman that was in there was another bride of his, and we were very close to getting rid of her in the early days. In I think it was, what was the middle town called, Ornessa?
Vallaki. That was before I met you.
Ah, yes, that was in the early days in Vallaki. We almost rid the land of her, but unfortunately she got away. And, well, it was just, as fate would have it, we ran into her again. But yes, those guys, they escaped from Barovia. I think you can come and go from there now. But...
Nessa sort of nods, like, yeah, I think it's pretty much just a part of the place again.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, it was when I went there, I thought, but I think maybe I got trapped too, so I don't know.
I think you did. But yeah, so we fought a few of those along the way, killed their, like, overlord guy, and Anastasia was the only really, I guess, powerful one of them left. And now... she's not.
And we're sort of, that's very eventful. And when was this?
When was this, Ornessa?
Ornessa, like, pulls out her hand and starts to, like, count days. This was...
A few weeks ago? No, we've been traveling a bunch.
Well, Igmarel was born at, like, the start of the month. And, like, the day before that, you finished your transformation?
Yeah, it took 10 days to do that.
Yeah, so 10 days and half a month?
So not quite, a few weeks.
About a month, yeah, not quite a month,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yep.
Oh my, how things change, Ornessa.
Oh, yes.
You weren't there for the temple. Oh, you were there for the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the temple was a wonderful place.
So that's how I grew my horns.
That's how I got my power.
Oh.
We should bring you there one time.
Glimmer sort of, is this a good temple?
I'll, like, gesture to myself.
A tail kind of coils around her as
Mm-hmm.
Ornessa leans in and goes, it's a very good temple. Speaking of which, I've got some reading to do tonight.
What are you reading on?
Don't worry about it. I'm going to learn how to do something.
Do something?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, make more people who are like me.
Oh.
She like leans in. Since we're talking about the Amber Temple, I was a little special because I went to it already a succubus.
Yes.
So my gift didn't turn me into anything. Just made me...
An arch succubus.
That's what I'm calling myself.
Oh, wonderful.
And now...
You can make your own sisters.
I think I will. If that's okay with you.
I think that sounds like fun.
I think I'm going to find out how. I don't know if this library sounds like it might just have cookbooks and records and non-magical things. But I'm going to do a little looking around. I saw the librarian. And I think I'm going to go pay him a visit tonight.
Go for it.
Okay. She kind of like stands up and like leaves. If you need anything, she kind of like goes to tap her head and soon.
Stay safe.
Oh yeah. She kind of like heads out and walks away.
Yeah. Keep your nails sharp.
Here. Sing! As Glimmer sort of, but you think we're safe now, yes?
I think so.
And, kind of like leans in. And about this temple.
Yes.
I would love to go back if you think it would benefit us, but...
I'll tell you, there are gifts there. Many come with flaws. You cannot see them in me because I had... Well, this is one of them, and I'll point to the horns. There was another that I had removed, but the person who did that, well, was my aunt, who just passed recently passed.
Oh, the funeral we went to.
Yes. It was her who removed that curse from me. Every gift comes with a cost.
She kind of leans in. I don't mean to presume anything, because you haven't seen fit to give me one yet, but would a gift from you come with such a cost?
kind of gift are you after?
Well, you saved me, and I offered you my service and my soul if you would take it.
Well, my dear, I think you need your soul more than I do.
I know,
I had some sort of pact with my mother and then with my aunt, and it seems to have just transferred to me innately at her passing. Maybe I could offer something similar to you.
I would very much like to make a pact with you. I've seen the magic that you do, all of you, and all I have is my horn, and it's quite limited. What cost would there be for your service? You have my loyalty.
You would just be bound to serving me, and I would let you do as you please as long as you don't harm me or any of my own.
She gives you like the warmest smile. Like, I would very much like that. I imagine we can't do it now though.
What did I do with Valencia to get the pact with her? Kind of just...
There was probably some sort of like contract or some magical ritual to it. One that you could probably try to mimic, but you would also know that it's very magical.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We can't do it here, but maybe once we leave this place. I'm sure we'll have more downtime on our ship.
Yes. Of course. With that, she sort of like stands up. I'm going to clean myself up and maybe take a bath.
I will do the same.
Yes. Well, good night.
Good night.
Yes. And she turns and heads out. You have a long rest here to spend short resting.
Can you do... Because that's kind of magical, right?
Oh.
Like, how does that work?
So you still don't need sleep.
Yeah.
If it's fueled by the use of spell slots, you can't use it.
Yeah, because it is. Because it's creating spell slots and transferring them back and forth.
Yeah. So I would say, probably not.
Yeah.
So are you doing anything in this period of downtime in which you don't need to sleep?
Can I study the, I'm assuming, notes that I have on Infernal for another tick?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And that's...
in the early hours in the morning, Ornessa kind of peeks in. Said, how's it going? You really don't sleep, hey?
Nah.
Okay.
It's chill.
She's kind of like...
Had a bath.
She kind of yawns, like, okay.
Did you sleep at all? What time is it?
It's like early hours in the morning. Sun's gonna come up soon. She's like, no, I'm doing that now.
Okay, so it's a new day. I'm gonna up one of my things that resets every day.
Sure.
Not with rests. It specifies. Yeah. I'm gonna vibe.
Cool. The sun comes up. So I quickly get the date sorted out here. We are on the 12th of roughly December. There's a knock at your door. The maid... Rosa, yes. Oh, sorry, no, Amina. Rosa is the priestess of light.
Priestess, Amina.
Knocks at the door and summons you. Sort of, the king and queen are to see you within the hour, if you could prepare yourself.
Of course.
As she goes and will knock on each of the other doors here. Glimmer and Ornessa will change into their finest.
I've got a few fine things.
Oh.
I have in my bag.
Yes.
A red... Where did it go? Fine red dress.
Ooh.
But I think I'll put on the Moon Mist dress.
Cool.
That's the blue with the falling star theme from the pageant.
Yes.
No.
That's the art I have. So.
Yeah. No. Whoops.
Okay.
No, like gloves or anything this time. I'll maybe put on... Let's put on the crown I got in the Amber Temple.
Yeah.
No, I'll put on my circlet.
Okay.
I don't have that in my stuff, but I know I have it because I bought it for.
Amina will come to the door and
What was the jewel in that again?
It's the glowing one, the Tear of Averin.
Tear of Averin.
Yes. Yes, Amina will come to summon you and will like immediately be like taken aback by like you're shining basically. Sort of like,
Well, this wouldn't be glowing, would it? Because it's
no, it would be just like a white gem.
like an opal almost.
But still, you have quite the appearance
Okay.
right now.
I'm also gonna put on. I have 8 pieces of 250 gold point jewelry.
Wow.
So I'm gonna put a couple on.
Blinged out.
Bling out.
Amina will kind of, yes, if you'll follow me, please.
Of course.
Leads you out. Ornessa, like, kind of waiting for you, like, oh, hi.
Is she in her like super skimpy outfit?
Yes. Sort of like, I heard we're gonna meet a king.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my.
As Glimmer sort of, I've never met a human king and queen before. I hear they're much...
I'm sure I would have.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I hear they're much, was it shorter lived?
Yes.
That might be offensive to them, though. We shouldn't say that.
No, don't.
No.
Maybe don't speak unless spoken to.
Yes.
Both of you.
Vanessa's sort of like, you're lucky I don't have my telepathy right now.
I'll give her a wink.
So like, oh, yeah, it's, yeah. She kind of, Igmarel thinks it's a problem.
What? Your telepathy?
Yeah. If she tells you anything about that, she's lying. Anyway, as you're all let out into this chamber here, very large glass windows on the left and right, and facing to the west. So the left and right are north and south. Sitting on these 2 twin thrones here are the king and queen. King Galeron is a gentleman, perhaps in his like late 30s to early 40s, blonde-haired, kind of scruffy, with a bit of a beard going on, the full kind of mustache as well. He's got a bright gold sword laid out across his lap, a symbol of a little bit of hostility, perhaps. Though his face is gentle, and he doesn't seem like angry at all, more just bored with these proceedings. To his left sits the queen here. She has her hair done up in like the full, there's like the net kind of vibe. Going back. She's got a yellowish gold dress, not nearly as blinged out as you are right now. No weapon across her lap or anything like that.
What's
just kind
her
of
name?
hands folded. Her name has not been stated yet.
Oh, okay.
Yes. However, Amina here will announce them as His Majesty King Galeron and his wife, the Immaculate Queen Norraine.
Norraine?
Yes. That's Nourane. Nihilus also sits, as does Legan, as does a dwarf.
Oh.
Completely gray. Like he's got like almost like ashen skin with like a darker
stone.
gray. Yeah. He's just sort of sitting watching these proceedings. As you were offered 3 seats to take before the king and queen.
Before I sit, I will do like the deepest curtsy and kind of look to my friends to do the same.
Yes.
And I'll wait for them to tell us to sit.
Yes. The other 2 do their curtsies as the king sort of gestures, please, if you will.
I'll sit.
He will take the blade of his sword and will hand it to an attendant. Kind of leans forward. I'm told you had a busy day here in Wellington.
We heard of a threat to your people, and seeing as this is a place without magic, these creatures would have been almost impossible to kill. I thought it our duty, mine and my friend here, having dealt with these creatures before, to rid your town, queendom of them, Your Majesty.
To read your crummy little hamlet of all the...
How do I say your little stinkhole of a town in the nicest way possible?
little backwater...
Podunk.
Yeah.
Human town.
Hey.
You'll all be dead before I even marry.
You sort of like... You've done us a great service, and I won't deny you that. But this trial is to determine your sentencing for the trespass that you've committed against us. Your airship lies in our river, clear evidence that you flew it over our territories. It's pointed right towards our castle. I assume you meant to land here.
I had heard stories of Wellington from my mother. She's been here in the past.
Yes.
We only wish to pass through, maybe restock some supplies, help your economy. If you look at our ship, go below the first deck, it's a pleasure craft. We just haven't had the opportunity to remove the ballista on the front, which you'll note is not loaded. There are bolts under the decks left from its last owners. We merely meant to restock on our way north. We hadn't realized that we were passing through nor committing an offense by being in your airspace.
This Queen Norraine will kind of turn. She is the daughter of the goddess of peace, yes? Surely she's a blessing. Look what she's done for us in the time she's been here. King kind of... Nihilus, you vouch for these. Nihilus will stand and kind of give his account, which is very favorable toward the three of you and your services. He finishes it with, and they've acted with discretion in our kingdom's secrets, having tread upon its most sacred grounds, and not defiling it more than the combat that was absolutely necessary. He kind of sits. King sort of... Above all else, you are the daughter of a goddess that we do not wish to antagonize. You have shown us your mother's blessing, and we intend to honor that. The trespass is forgiven, but I must know, how long do you intend to stay in this town? This town, my kingdom. You've got me doing it.
It was only a stop on our journey north, just enough to stock up with some more food, provisions for the flight, and we'll be on our way as soon as we can get our ship airborne.
And where are you bound for?
North.
Sort of frowns.
As I said, we're a pleasure cruiser. We're traveling apart from the fleet, just making our way, visiting temples as Lyra.
He's going to insight check this. I assume it's a deception.
Deception and persuasion are the same. We are going to visit different temples,
yes,
but not for like the intent behind it. But it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same modifier. Ooh, that's a natural 18. So, 28.
28. He nods.
Yeah.
So you won't be staying here long then?
Unless you need something, we were not planning on staying.
Kind of like nods.
There's not much use for us in a place without magic.
I see. Your airship. I have some understanding of its rune ring. That will take some time to repair.
How long?
Sort of, I don't know exactly. I assume you have a capable engineer aboard your vessel.
We have a captain.
Sort of, I take it then that they can fix this issue of yours. We will deactivate the safeguards just long enough for you to make your exit from this place. Once your ship has lifted off and is north of the river, it will be reactivated.
Sounds good. How far around do we have to go to clear it? Oh, I guess north of the river is...
Yes.
Okay.
You will be provided with a map to show you of the exact radius.
Lovely.
Until then, you are welcome to stay in your chambers and move freely about our kingdom.
Can we go back to the ship?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Sort of goes to stand. Nihilus, see that the dampener is dampened until such time as the airship lifts off. Nihilus kind of nods.
Pardon my interruption. You said you know of these runes?
The rune rings.
Yes.
I'm aware that they exist and help your ship fly,
Oh, okay.
and that they would be in need of repair.
Yes.
In that event.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I don't think they can be repaired without magic.
Sort of like takes a few steps down from the throne, kind of like walks up towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Silk Fleet know of your presence here?
I don't think they know of our exact presence.
I see. I don't want to cause an incident between our nations.
Of course.
So you go with my blessing.
Wonderful.
And he will sort of like wave a hand to like dismiss this audience.
Oh, lovely.
And he and his wife will take an exit down some stairs kind of in the back corner of the room. And Nihilus will approach you and sort of give a bow. Legan will give an earnest, if perpetually shamed bow. And will kind of like make his exit without saying anything else.
Fair.
At that, Nihilus will head alone to exit and presumably to find a passage to the cavern. That leaves you and Nessa and Glimmer to act as you see fit.
I'm going to go back to my room and change.
Okay.
Into my
Something more
armor.
comfortable?
Yeah. Back into my armor.
Yes.
And I would like to head back to the ship.
Okay. All three of you are heading along?
Yeah. Because Ornessa can't go ethereal until it's damaged, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ornessa sort of, oh, just like that we're leaving? Oh, I was going to have so much more fun with everybody.
We're not. We're going back to the ship for a while.
Okay. As you make your way through the farm fields here, there are a few people tilling the fields, though it's December, so it's kind of just like, what are they going to do?
Clearing out the winter crops.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Grow things with magic? Heading up, you can see Igmarel sort of like waiting on the deck of the ship, kind of arms folded, scanning the river. As soon as she sees you, like full like salute, and then she will like boldly walk across onto the field here, walking kind of right up to you. Brae, are you all right?
Yeah, we're fine. Are there any guards left on the ship here?
Yeah, there are a few guards here, kind of like standing guard, as they do.
Do they know that we've been freed yet?
Probably not. They're like almost drawing blades now that Igmarel's walked across.
We've been pardoned. The runes will be down. The dampener will be down momentarily for us to fix our ship.
The guard's sort of like, alright, well, when that happens, we're going to need to receive orders to break off. And until then, we're standing guard here.
You should not stand guard on the ship, or we will be taking off with you on board.
Kind of quickly, like, make their way out and set up a perimeter there. As Igmarel kind of like calls after them, and remember what I said. So I told them it would bring me great pleasure to cause them excruciating deaths.
Oh, you. We need to go see if Miria can fix these rooms.
Miria sort of like poking her head up.
Hello.
Bags under the eyes.
Oh.
She's got these like tools in hand. They almost look like a metal wand and then like a set of pincers.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm working on it. But these don't seem to, kind of like poking, like they don't work. They're not magic.
Well, yet the
yeah,
effects will be lifted shortly.
Yes, okay, I don't want to say it could take me a day or more, but it could take me a little bit.
They've made their choice.
They have?
Yes, they're gonna dampen remove the dampening.
She kind of like shakes one of the runes at you. I see. I'm going to go work on this some more then.
Go for it.
And hope that it doesn't turn on while I'm working on it, so I'm just going to put this back.
Oh.
And her heads down and she'll do her thing on the lower deck there.
I'll give her a little guidance before she goes.
Thank you. As you're all sort of sitting here, Igmarel sort of, it is fortunate that you've done what needed to be done here.
We're not quite done here.
Oh? What is our next course of action?
Oh, there's some treasure here.
Treasure?
Yes.
Guarded by the castle?
It didn't seem like anything.
I see.
I think they owe us a little thank you, don't you, Ornessa?
Ornessa's like, oh, a little thank you? Brae, I still don't know what the plan is, but this whole kingdom could be a little bit of treasure if you look at it like that. And I don't know, I don't want to say anything out of turn in terms of your ambitions, but I could be the queen of a kingdom like this.
But then you wouldn't be with me.
No. I could be the king of a kingdom like this. Kind of bats her eyes. That kind of not to... Igmarel's just kind of watching this play out. Brae, if it's conquest you're looking for, we can set this up immediately. But until then, I'm not sure what the plan is.
That could be fun, but I don't want to rule a little podunk human town with a little the king and queen with this minor sense of bravado or what have you. I say, why don't we sow some discord and let it crumble itself?
There is an almost it's restrained, almost as though she finds it perverse to get enjoyment out of this. But Igmarel's face just splits into a smile. I could think of nothing more exciting. When do we begin?
Once the runes go down.
As you say this, between your walk here and your conversation, you just immediately start to hear this stream of consciousness coming from Ornessa. In a word, it's not the most pleasant stream of consciousness. She just sort of thinks things passively.
Oh.
It's just running train of thought.
And I can hear them?
Yeah, well now you can, because she's thinking it very intentionally.
Oh.
And then she kind of notices the connection and flatlines it. Sort of, oh.
Runes are down.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
You make the motion? Oh, next time?
Yeah.
Oh, I get the cut. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll end the session there. Next time
on Lich Please. Brae has some fun with an entire kingdom.
Oh no.